Chicago, here's Richard Steele.
Welcome to Urban Street. The African-American community came together for one of its treasured people, Kitty Neely. On Wednesday, March 31st, a concert featuring a unity of stars came together at the new Regal Theater in a benefit saluting Miss Neely. Ty Wansley was there and has this report.
A star-studded array of some of the world's greatest blues and gospel artists headlined a big benefit at the Regal Theater recently for a fantastically courageous young lady. Longtime Chicago radio personality Kitty Neely as she wages an amazing war against multiple sclerosis.
It was a night Kitty will not soon forget. A galaxy of stars ranging from Martha Reeves to the Eldorados sung to the radio personality and community activist with tremendous energy.
Cicero Blake, why are you involved in this cause?
Because it's a good cause for one thing, Ty, and this is the type of thing that we need to do. We need to do more of this. You know, usually what happens is that usually when an entertainer passes, then you can go to the film and you see everybody. Okay, so let's give a few flowers, you know, while the people are still around. And I thought this was a good time to do it for Kitty, who is a wonderful person. We'd do it again for if we have to.
We're going to do the swim, y'all. Get ready. Here we go. Ooh.
Tell us why you get involved with important causes like this.
I spend 50% of my time now giving back what was given to us. And it was love that brought us from 1962 at the Regal Theater back here today in 1993 to help Kitty. It's the DJs that keep us alive. Thanks to the DJs, our old music is as current as any top 40. And we work 42 weeks a year, thanks to people like Kitty. And we need to help each other more. We shouldn't get so caught up on national causes. We should take on personal causes, such as this one. Muscular sclerosis is quite a disease, and you're helpless. And if we can do anything here and the rest of our lives to help others that are stricken with diseases that they have no control over, that's what we should do.
Throughout the evening, many of Kitty's peers gave testament to her contributions to the community.
I met Kitty Neely a few years ago, back when I was trying to get into radio, and she was an inspiration to me along with Richard McGee and Herb Kent. And she was one of the first people who let me come down and actually, you know, watch her, do what it is I wanted to do when I grew up. And that's one of the reasons also to represent the station that she used to work for, which is WJPC. So I'm happy to be here.
And I know she's been actively involved with youth over the years. Tell us about that and how that affected you, her and young people.
That affected me because, well, basically, as a kid, I had nothing to look forward to. I grew up in a, what they call a bad neighborhood. And you kind of look up to certain people who are doing something in the community, who are giving back. And that person is Kitty Neely.
One of the highlights of the night was a duet with event organizer Otis Clay and the mighty Mavis Staples.
I was the guy that opened my big mouth and suggested the whole thing, and so many people joined in because Kitty is such a beautiful person. And everybody just said, everybody you asked said, well, we're doing this for Kitty, they joined in. So that's what really made it happen. But above all, the public, they came out, and it was a great night. Wasn't it a great show? You saw the show. Yeah. Gene Chandler, Tyrone Davis, and Mavis Staples, and Martha Reeves. It was just, I had a ball myself.
legendary R&B artist Tyrone Davis shared his thoughts on the night's gig.
A good friend of mine, Otis Clay, called me on the phone and said that they were having a benefit for Kitty Neely, that she had MS, and asked me would I be interested in giving a hand. So why not? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm here for.
But interestingly enough, a lot of big-name entertainers will say, I don't have time. That's beneath.
I hope that Lola Falana did right. She might be lucky enough to do it too. But as far as me saying I ain't got time, I live right here in Oak Brook. So why not? I'm off today. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm here.
Otis Clay really got it together, and he pulled all of us together, and we did it. And this is the end result of it. Fabulous show that we had in here tonight. You should have been here all the way through. We had a good time. And thanks to the committee, I think Kitty Neely's problems will soon be over financially. But MS goes on. Hopefully one day we'll find a cure.
Still to come, we'll introduce you to the lady of distinction behind tonight's benefit, the courageous Kitty Neely.
Something like that coming together, for me or anyone else, was the most beautiful thing in the world. It was. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. To be honest with you, I was in shock for about 3 days.
Some say black music has lost its way, but there's a new hero in R&B, and we call on him now. Today, R&B is under new leadership, and that leader is the Mark Williams.
In my life, I've found that there are 3 types of women. The one you want, the one you need, and the one you get. She will never tell your secrets. She's a straight up ride or die. And you know that girl is perfect, so you never.
To know her is to love Kitty Neely. And Urban Street's Richard Steele visited Kitty at her Southside home so you could get to know Carolyn Marie.
Kitty Neely was a respected member of the broadcast community. Much of her accomplished work occurred while she was at WJPC AM. At the Johnson Publishing Company-owned radio station, Kitty established the Jam Club, where teenagers, especially girls, could join if they had a C average.
Noticing that kids really didn't have anybody that they listened to, and then realizing that I had a vehicle where they could hear me and they could listen, radio. Getting calls, requests, and things during the night. I had a girl named Vera Washington who called me one night, said, we'd like to start a fan club for you. I said, a fan club? She said, oh yeah, Miss Neely, we'd like to start a fan club. I said, well, I don't want anybody worshiping me. I tell you what, let me go home and think about it, and you call me back tomorrow night. She did that. She called me back the next night, and she said, Miss Neely, did you think? And I said, yes. She said, what did you come up with? I said, well, Vera, I don't want anybody worshiping me. This is what we'll do. We'll have a club. It won't be a fan club for me. It'll be I came up with the name Jam Club. Now, jam means something. It means joining academics with music. She said, oh yeah, that's how I like that. Jam. I said, no. It doesn't mean let's jam, let's get down. It means joining academics with music. In order to be a member, you have to start off with a C. You don't have to do anything to get a C, but go to school every day. Then that C in one marking period has to go up to a B. And then from a B to an A. And that's how you get to be in the Jam Club. I had mothers listening to the show saying, well, I just want to know why my kids were always in their room doing homeworks and doing their homework listening to the radio. So I wanted to see what you were talking about to those kids. She said, but everything that you would say would be positive. I had mothers and fathers calling me, so that's how. I feel very good about it.
In the 1960s, she was one of the legendary Bill Cody dancers who used to open stage shows at the original Regal Theater.
Mr. Bill Cody was the guy who, if your act wasn't good, you got the hook. And our act was very good. We didn't win, but we were good and we didn't get the hook. We worked with Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, the Jacksons, Wilson Pickett, I remember that, Aretha Franklin. Anybody that came to the Regal Theater on 47th and King Drive, we were open the show.
Purvis Band played a part in your career. Tell us about it.
They were about to open up a station which was WXOL. And Mr. South called one night into the station, and I answered the phone, and he said, "Can I speak to Mr. Purvis Band, please?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, just a moment." And then he said, when I connected him with Mr. Spann, when I connected him with Purvis Spann, he said, "Who is that just answered the phone?" And Spann said he told him it was Kitty. I said, "Boy, she has a lovely voice. We're going to have to do something with that voice." And he said, "She's going to school now, you know, so when the station opens, maybe she will come over there." But at that time, I had wanted to go into radio, but not in that on the air announcing of it. I didn't want to use Kitty Neely. It was strange, but that's how it happened. So then when they did open the station, I got a position.
She's a beautiful person, and I just think whatever they raise here tonight won't be enough to justify the things that this beautiful person has brought into this city. She's a marvelous individual, and I only wish the best for her.
At the height of her radio career, in 1985, Kitty was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis.
Over a period of years, I was falling. My eyes were blurred. The vision was coming and going. Tingling in my fingers, tingling in my feet, just little things that were happening. And I was saying, "Oh, I'm doing too much. I'm going to school, I'm working radio, and I wanted to give up my regular 9 to 5. And I just thought I was doing too much. One day, I went to the dentist. Strange place, right? And he said, he told my husband, "She doesn't look right." And I knew I wasn't feeling right, but I was saying it's only because I'm doing too much. And that particular day, that night, the dentist called, Dr. Kirkland, who was my dentist, called Dr. Miko, who was a neurologist at Michael Reese Hospital. And we went over there that very night. And he did the banging on your knees and your arms and the whole neurology thing. And he said, "Well, what I'd like to do is put you in tonight," meaning the hospital. And he put me in Michael Reese. I was there for 21 days. They did every test that you can even think of. The last test that was done was a spinal. From the spinal, they drew fluid from my back. And when they drew the fluid, that was the last test, and that told it. And that was the beginning of it.
So Kitty, tell us, if you will, your reaction to that great benefit at the Regal Theater.
Something like that coming together, for me or anyone else, was the most beautiful thing in the world. It was. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. To be honest with you, I was in shock for about 3 days. 3 days. I mean, even to the point where I couldn't hardly get out of the bed. I was like frozen. I was frozen, what can I say?
When we come back, a behind-the-scenes look at the latest video by Eddie Murphy featuring Michael Jackson, and later, Ed Verdoliak on Consumers versus Commonwealth Edison.
The lights at Commonwealth Edison are dimming, but they need our dollars to make them brighter. Stay tuned and I'll tell you why.